Hello and welcome to LCTV News. I'm Medina Sehi. In this edition of LCTV News, a police impersonator, a new diner opens, the annual Vietnam Memorial, and much more. A Lynn resident was charged with impersonating a police officer after reports of a robbery on Iona Terrace. The suspect, who is identified as 33-year-old Christian Alvarez, stole a woman's wallet after identifying himself as an officer. He fled the scene shortly after. After responding to the call, Lynn police spotted the victim in a vehicle on Broad Street. After being approached by officers, Alvarez fled the scene with officers in pursuit. The pursuit would go on towards Union Street, where Alvarez backed into a police cruiser. The chase ended on Silsby Street after Alvarez crashed into a tree and attempted to flee on foot. Alvarez suffered multiple injuries and was transported to Mass General Hospital. While investigating, Lynn police received 2 additional reports of robberies with a similar suspect and vehicle description. It is believed that Alvarez targeted Hispanic victims. Alvarez was arraigned in Lynn District Court on April 9th, and the police are looking into the other robberies that are possibly connected to Alvarez. The annual Vietnam War Memorial Ceremony took place at City Hall on April 6th. This event was created to honor those who served, fought, and died during the Vietnam War. The ceremony was hosted by the Lynn's Veterans Council and was put together by the Department of Veterans Services. Many residents as well as elected officials were on hand to thank those who served in the war. The director of the Department of Veterans Services, Mike Sweeney, says this event is something many cities could not put together. He said, "Not every city and town does this in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts." Vietnam veterans were not the only ones honored at the ceremony. Mitch Ramone, a World War II veteran and a prisoner of war, was also honored. He received a standing ovation for his service. Mayor McGee and Senator Brendan Crichton were in attendance and briefly addressed the crowd about the importance of this ceremony. McGee said, "This represents the 45th anniversary of the end of the Vietnam War. We come to honor those who served, fought, and died in the Vietnam War." Crichton said, "Very honored and proud to be from the city of Lynn, a city that recognizes all of our veterans and never forgets the sacrifices that they have made." The Spring Teen Drop-In Center at Lynn Tech's Fieldhouse is underway. The Drop-In Center, which was organized by Lynn Parks and Recreation and the Lynn Police Department, is open to all local teens and runs every Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. This is a safe place for teens to go on a Friday night. The Drop-In Center occurs during the winter, spring, and summer seasons, serving pizza each visit. 18-year-old Pedro Morales comes to the Drop-In Center every week. He says it really helps a lot because it helps kids stay out of trouble and gives them an outlet other than the streets. North Shore Community College held its Forum on Tolerance this past Thursday, focusing on race, power, and privilege. The forum began with a presentation from attorney Joseph Berman, a general counsel at Board of Bar Overseers of the Supreme Judicial Court of Massachusetts. Berman spoke about the line between free speech and hate speech. Berman said, "What you saw in Charlottesville and what we saw in Massachusetts and in Boston and throughout the United States are things that challenge our notion of tolerance." The forum concluded with the panel discussion, which featured Susan Girard, a professor at North Shore Community College, Jose Palma, and Reverend Andre Bennett. All 3 panelists spoke on their work fighting for social justice and the experience that they had with social injustice. North Shore Community College holds 2 tolerance forums during the school year, one in the fall and one in the spring. This year marked the 27th straight year this college has held these forums. There is a new breakfast and lunch diner in Lynn, and they are making some strong claims. BLT, located on Broad Street, is a locally owned diner-esque restaurant. They aspire to make the best food in Lynn by having specialty eggs Benedict to creative stuffed burgers to soups. One twist in this restaurant is that there are some Hispanic-style dishes. Their most important quality is their customer service. Chef of BLT, Ron Brown, says the object is to provide good service, great food, nice atmosphere, and just to make our customers feel at home. BLT is open from Monday through Friday from 6:30 a.m. to 3 p.m., on Saturday from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m., and on Sunday, which is breakfast only, from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. They claim that they are one of the hidden gems of Lynn, but would also love to gain improvement from any customer feedback. Beyond the Wall held its kickoff at the Lynn Museum, and LCTV was on the scene. Beyond the Walls held its season kickoff at the Lynn Museum with more than 500 attendees. The kickoff is part of their fundraising campaign to raise $50,000 that will go towards the 2nd annual Mural Festival. Joselina Santos, who's been a part of Beyond the Walls for the past 2 years, is looking forward to this year's festival.
Part of the Beyond the Walls for me was satisfactory to see the city change through art, to see the community came together. To see new perspective for the community in Lynn and beautify the city.
Chris Whitlock, a longtime Lynn resident, says the mural project captures the vision many artists have of Lynn.
I've been living and working in Lynn for about 32 years, and in all of that time I've never seen anything that sort of captured the imagination of the people in Lynn like this mural project.
The mural project is another way of uniting the city through the arts. It's
great to have something where the community comes out, watches the project, watches the murals being made, and it's like arts in real time happening in a city.
The second annual Mural Festival will be a 13-day event from August 6th until August 19th. Lynn's Cambodian residents celebrated Cambodian New Year this past weekend. The festivities began with the flag-raising ceremony last Tuesday, and LCTV was on the scene. The 9th annual Cambodian flag raising took place at City Hall this past Tuesday. Kivarath Sang, who organized the event, says the ceremony is in honor of Cambodian New Year.
The actual New Year is on April 14, 15, and 16 every year, and the flag is raised for 3 days in honor of that.
Councillor at Large Hong Net was one of the few city officials who were able to attend the ceremony. Net always looks forward to this event.
I'm very excited. We continue to do this as our tradition right now, so it's our 9th year anniversary of flag raising. And next year, starting from next year on, we're going to start make it bigger.
Despite the cold weather, many in the Cambodian community came out for the ceremony.
It's cold, but I'm excited to see so many people here. It's wonderful, and it's going to be better.
Cambodian New Year began this past Saturday, and on April 28th, there will be a festival at the Lynn Commons beginning at 10 a.m. On this week's Lynn Spotlight, we highlight raw arts. On this week's Community Connector, we highlight Open Mosque Night, hosted by the Islamic Society of the North Shore. This event was created for residents to have a better understanding of their neighbors who practice Islam. On this week's Lynn Lowdown, host Calvin Anderson sat down with Wendy Joseph. Thank you for watching LCTV News. Make sure to subscribe to the LCTV YouTube channel.